Ramble.
We all know this has been a really tough year, and sometimes you need to talk about tough stuff with someone. And who better to help with that than BetterHelp? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment, and you can start communicating in under 24 hours. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. They offer licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, relationships, grief, self-esteem, LGBTQIA+ matters, and many more. I found it really easy to connect with a therapist. Everything was done through email. You take a quick little assessment. Finding a good match for a therapist can be hard. It's like finding a best friend. It's hard opening up to a stranger. So sometimes you find one that you love, and sometimes you need to try a different one. And that's what's so great about BetterHelp is you can always change to a new therapist or counselor. So many people have been using BetterHelp. They're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/sitwithus. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of You Can Sit With Us. I'm one of your hosts, Becky. I'm joined by Maggie.
Hello.
Rachel.
Hi.
And the guest you've all been waiting for, Matthew McLean.
Hello. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
The internet insisted.
Yes. They demanded.
We love you.
The people voted.
Yeah.
The people voted.
You won the popular vote.
You
did.
comment section
The
is
most
going
popular vote.
And you know, this weekend, who else won the popular vote? Dab, 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 dab.
Yes. Biden. Harris.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you
Very
guys doing when
exciting.
you found out?
Oh, we just watched The Mandalorian.
Oh, you were watching The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of gave up the stressing over checking our Twitter all the time the night before when it was like very obvious that there was no way these margins were going to get shaved off, even if Trump tried something. So we were like, we'll go to bed.
I woke up by like Zach shaking me in the morning. He's like, "We won!" And I was like, "What?" And then I signed on to social media and just saw like all these people in New York just like dancing in the streets. And I like opened up the balcony and I was like, "Anybody? And we didn't hear anything. And I went downstairs to go get like an Amazon package that had arrived. And like my neighbor was like on the phone. She's like, "Did we win?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she like tried to give me a hug. And I was like, we just like air hugged. It was really exciting. And then Zach went and walked the dog to like go see if people were like celebrating. We ended up taking Bowie to the groomers that morning in West Hollywood, and we ended up driving down and people were just going nuts dancing.
Yeah, we went out in West Hollywood to go check out all the action.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was crazy. People were popping bottles, dancing in the streets.
It was
Cars
early
couldn't
here.
get by.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, I got calls from my family in Peru and they were like so happy, and like even like getting DMs from people from like international fans. Everyone was like so excited for us, and they're like, "I've never seen like Americans like so collectively happy." Like it was just such a
The rest of the world's waiting for us to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, among other things.
yeah, the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, now that you're here with us, sweet baby angel.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. So excited to be here. This is my first podcast. I've never been on a podcast before.
We got you exclusive before the
You
tripod.
got it's
Thank
exclusive.
God. We poached him.
We put
Yeah.
you, well,
I guess you
we'll
got to
make
my agent first. You know?
Yes. We'll make you sign an exclusivity contract after this. You'll never go anywhere else.
You are going to be
Not
in
allowed.
a upcoming episode of Without a Recipe.
This is
though.
true. This is
He's an
true.
expert judge.
Yes, I'm definitely an expert.
Don't
Just
spoil.
like Padma, you know, I just
Don't spoil who won and who lost.
Yeah.
But overall, how was the cooking?
everything was bad. People were bad. Don't get your expectations too high, because all the food was bad. Most of it was almost unedible. So the other judges, I felt, were being so nice, and I was like, "You're just being nice."
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Were you the Simon
You're not
Cowell of the
helping.
judges?
I was definitely the Simon Cowell.
You're like,
Yes.
this is awful.
I was the grumpy one.
Rosanna Pansino was the other expert judge, and she is just as nice as they come.
She's
Yes,
so
she
nice.
always
She
tries to
knows
spin it in a
everything.
very positive light, and she would like really think. You could see her really thinking about it, and like really trying to find the things to say that wouldn't be damaging.
She's very like glass half full of champagne or something else delicious,
So she's the Mary Berry, and you were Paul Hollywood, and you would give no handshakes.
Then no one got a handshake.
Whoa,
No. Yeah.
whoa! But you are an expert in cooking because you love to cook, right?
I do love to cook. I would say I'm a good home cook. I'm not trained at all except from like your parents and your grandparents and cooking and growing up and stuff. But I cook almost every night for Eugene and I. So
Yeah, Eugene's the non-cooker in the house.
He's
right?
so blessed to have
horrible.
Matt in the house. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And you
He's a
also
horrible
bake,
cook.
right?
I do bread. I don't like do too many desserts. I'm not like a big dessert person. I don't bake a lot of sweets, but I do bread. So of course during quarantine, like everyone started doing more bread. So
Yeah.
that's when we're able to hone our skills. a
You
little more.
and Mags.
I
Yeah.
did it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I still need to
Maggie's
continue
an expert
doing it.
at the art.
They're so
Yeah.
I haven't
pretty
gotten
on
good
top.
at that
Those
yet.
We
were
should
pretty.
open a bakery
Yeah.
together. Like
Yeah.
Ned's
Exactly.
Don't
like
invite Ned. He's
his.
gonna die.
Ned's coming too. Ned's coming too. Yeah.
We have to
need
do a blind
more,
taste test.
more manpower.
Oh, of your 3 breads? Okay.
Ah.
Judges.
My starter is
I like to eat bread.
way dead. I need to come over to your house and get another
Yeah.
starter because
I
every
have a
week
bunch.
on my weekly list to do, I have to like water my plants. I have like other things to do in the house. Like my starter,
Life's so hard.
I know it's dead.
Starter.
It's not dead, but it's going to take a lot to get her back and happy.
Yeah.
So maybe just
You
adopt
do.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steal from Matt's kitchen.
When did you first start cooking, Matt? When did you first realize that you enjoyed cooking?
It's always been growing up, like we would have a lot of family traditions where we would cook. So like for Christmas, we would always go to my grandparents and make homemade raviolis because we have some
You're
Italian
Italian.
descent.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think it's just through those traditions and spending time with family and like every night. And we had like a garden growing up that it was just part of our kind of daily lives.
Are you guys planting a garden at your house?
We do have a very small garden because we don't have a lot of outdoor space. Like it's all kind of patio and there's not a lot of light in some areas, but I put a small garden on the side of our house. So it's growing some
got a
yummy
guava
things that are coming
tree.
soon.
Oh.
Yes, some fruit trees we put out there, and then doing some good things like some kale, some beets,
Some
zucchinis,
kale.
Yummy.
some other fall things. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
but it just takes so long to grow.
It does.
Yeah.
Growing
Takes a lot
from
of work.
seed is like
Yeah.
And you're a big plant guy too. You have a lot of plants in
Yeah,
your
we have like
bathtub.
about 30 plants in the house. Drives Eugene nuts because I have like a plant watering day where I like bottom water them in our tub.
Yeah.
So then they're just sitting there.
Does
So
Eugene
then-
water any of the plants?
No, he always forgets. He almost forgets to water the dogs. So to like really.
Water the
He
He
dogs.
also forgets to water himself. I only
Yes,
see
he
him
does.
imbibe iced coffee.
He's
That's
usually
it.
always just drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen water. Not once.
And I always have to yell at him to more water. Yeah.
What day of the week is your plant day?
It always changes. So since I'm home all the time now, it's just like kind of whenever I remember, like it's every week and a half. I'm just like, oh, they look thirsty.
Do you like stick your
Yeah.
finger in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever
You
we
can
go
tell
on a
they'll
trip,
start to
I
look
take all
sad.
the plants from around the house and put them in the sunshiny areas, like on the kitchen island that I wouldn't normally want them, to give them a vacation,
Yeah.
like when we're on
A
vacation.
tan. Getting a good
Yeah.
tan
Good base
when you
layer.
get back. Yes. Yeah. Do you have lots of plants?
I've thrown out
I've thrown out
I've thrown out a lot of
So you've
plants
killed
since
lots of
the
plants?
babies came.
garden.
plant
we have, like-
plant cemetery.
We have 4 plants that have survived, but since the babies came, all the cacti had to go.
Oh, yeah. Those are
A
dangerous.
poisonous one had to go. One they killed had to go. So all of our plants are in jeopardy. But I used to have more. Babies and plants, they don't mix.
No.
Same with cats. Everything will kill Alfred. I'll go to the store
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
true.
oh, this is a cute plant. Do a quick little Google search. Toxic to cats on one bite. Like all plants
Yep.
will make cats vomit. And not that I want Alfie to vomit, but he doesn't eat our plants. He doesn't eat food off the ground. He doesn't eat any of that stuff. But I get really paranoid that one
Well,
day
just
we're going
takes
to be
one.
out and
Yeah.
he's going to be like,
Happened to my
This
sister's
looks
dog.
delicious.
Yeah, she had some flowers or something on the patio. She just planted them, and then the dog, she has a little tiny min pin, went out, got one bite, and was like almost dead.
I was about to say,
Like rushed her to the vet and
Min
everything.
Pin.
Yeah,
That's not
She's
a lot
okay
of body
now.
surface area.
But-
Not min pins.
yeah. So you really have to be careful. You never know. It just takes one bite sometimes.
Dogs and raisins too. Miles, do you not know
Other
this?
dogs.
Miles has
Miles.
a new puppy. Why he's not here, I don't know.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm a little bit angry about it.
You said you were going to bring it.
What are you talking about?
We're going to get him sick.
That's from other dogs, Miles.
This is not how it works.
Humans don't pass it
No,
on.
that's
Other
from like him
dogs
being
pass it
in a
on.
Yeah,
dog
not
park
people.
with
People
other
don't pass
dogs'
it.
poop.
I got really worried the other day.
It's dogs,
This
not
guy-
people.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
No raisins though. One raisin will kill a dog of any size, and they don't. It's not per breed. It's just like something that some of them have and some of them don't.
Oh.
Or like if
I know
you-
grapes
so
are
if they
bad for them.
eat,
Bad for
but
cats,
raisins
too.
are like grapes times
They're
10.
concentrated.
Because they're concentrated.
Concentrated. And you know who
Don't
loves
give your dogs
raisins?
wine.
Fucking toddlers. So if you have a dog and you have toddlers, you have to. It's like a whole
Can't
big
give 'em
ordeal.
those
But
little-
no raisins.
But
Okay.
speaking of dogs, you and Eugene have 3
Yes.
beautiful poo-poos. And
We have 2 Pugapoos. Yeah.
Yes. And you
Pugapoos.
started with one when you and Eugene first started dating, or did you
Well,
were you
Eugene-
Emma's owner?
So Eugene already had Emma. He inherited
Okay.
her from a roommate who was going to give her back to the pound. And then Eugene's like, no, I'm not going to let you bring the dog back to
lot
the
of
pound.
people.
It's just
Poor
heartbreaking.
Emma.
So
She's
he just
such a
kind of
good
took
girl.
over Emma from an old roommate. And then when Eugene
Took
and I
over Emma.
took over her care, legal
love
guardian.
legal guardian.
And then
He's our legal guardian.
yeah, and then when we were going to move in together, I was like, well, Emma
Which was
needs
when?
a friend. She needs those
Yeah.
7 years ago.
He's a bigger secret, y'all.
Unsolved mystery.
Unsolved mysteries.
Y'all didn't know.
7 years ago. No, we were like, okay, well, we need to get Emma a friend. So then we went and adopted Pesto.
Who named
Pesto.
Pesto?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, because we wanted to have a food name. And so it took us a while to like see his energy and like what he seemed like.
Yeah.
We landed on Pesto.
He's pesto.
He's the
He
perfect
was very-
pesto.
He was
Yeah.
definitely mellowed out. He used to be very peppy.
He's
Super
still peppy. When people come in the house,
Pesto.
he's like, hey.
Yeah.
And then
I
he's
think
like,
now
I
that
love
It's a
you.
little wild,
Kimbap's there. He's
Oh,
like,
Kimbap's taking
seems
over.
like an angel.
Okay. Did you want to get Kimbap, or was that
I didn't really need to have another dog.
because like
I was
we
fine
were
with
all
2.
around that day?
I went with Eugene.
Yeah. I blame Becky.
Together.
I blame
lied
Becky.
to us, right? Eugene and I are walking around this.
Yes.
What do you call them? Pounds?
Yeah.
Adoption
rescue-
place.
Yes.
Yeah, rescue
It was like
center.
an ASPCA.
PCA.
Is that
Yeah.
what they call them?
Yeah.
So we were walking around this place, and there are all these little doggies, and they're all sitting all cute. And then we saw Kimbap and his funny little face, and he was just sitting there like,
Didn't you bring Pesto
sad.
in by accident too?
We did.
And Kimbap was the only one that just like stood there and was like, "What's up?"
yeah, it was an accident. We didn't know that you couldn't bring a dog. Like, we didn't read any of the signs around us.
You're like,
It was
Too
an
excited.
accident.
Just too
Doesn't
excited.
it make sense though
To
that
see
you
all of
can't
the
bring
dogs.
another
million
dog?
signs that were like, don't bring
bring-
your dog back here, don't bring your dog back here. But I was just excited to go because my parents didn't let me go to like adoption places when
Yeah.
I was little because I volunteered at one once and came home crying because I wanted a dog.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
really
how
that
excited, to be there. And we walked in and all the dogs are like, bah, 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 barking like crazy. And Kimbap's just like,
"What's up?"
yep.
Yeah.
And he was really chill when we took him out to play with like Pesto and Emma. He was just like sitting there, and then he changed. He got a little comfortable,
Yeah.
In his home, he's like, "This is
great.
and now
He-
he's like, ah.
He had the worst case of kennel cough I've ever heard in a dog before.
So he was just sick.
So he
guys.
was really sick
Yeah.
when we first brought him home. So after
He
he
was mellow because he was sick.
Yeah.
was not sick anymore,
He's like, "What
That
up?
was
I'm
when-
Kimbap."
He's like, hello.
Kim went crazy.
Yeah. He
So-
met
That feels great.
Alfie last night. He gave Alfie his
Oh, he did?
first kiss.
Yes.
What did Alfie do?
Alfred at one point was like,
It's like, don't touch me.
so I was just holding
Don't
him.
touch
We were
me.
just holding him at the doors, and it's like
Together?
40 degrees out. And Alfred's like,
But Kimbop was like,
Kim was into it.
let's be friends.
Kim was really into it. That was the first time Kim had met a cat. So
Yeah.
First and
very
last?
cute.
First
Or
and
will this
last.
friendship continue?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
To be continued.
TBD. Alfred doesn't go outside, and Kimbop is not allowed inside our house.
They're gonna have to meet from a
Nobody's
screen.
dogs
They can
are.
be like screen lovers, you know?
Yeah.
Just put them both in the back house.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
That'll be their little party area.
Poor Alfie. He's like, Mom. Coors Hard Seltzer isn't your average seltzer. They were inspired by generations that want to do good in the world with a mission to restore America's rivers. My favorite thing to do after a long day's work is pop open a can of mango flavor and have some bubbly with dinner. So if you guys didn't know, 80% of America's rivers are drying up, which is horrible. Through a partnership with Change the Course, Coors Hard Seltzer is helping to protect and restore America's rivers. Each 12-pack restores 500 gallons of fresh water to U.S. rivers and communities that depend on them. The result? 1 billion gallons of water restored to 16 river basins across the U.S. in 1 year alone. By simply drinking Coors Hard Seltzer, you can, quote, volunteer to restore America's rivers. You can buy Coors Hard Seltzer. You help restore 500 gallons of water into America's rivers. It's that simple. Visit CoorsSeltzer.com to find Coors Seltzer near you. That's CoorsSeltzer.com. For every 12-pack sold through 8/31/2021, Coors will purchase services from Change the Course to restore 500 gallons of fresh river water. Details at CoorsSeltzer.com. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, Becky, aren't you getting another cat?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Word on the street is
You
that
heard about Bart?
you're in for another feline
no,
friend.
I saw Bart. Bart got aggressive.
Bart got aggressive. So everyone here was on. Miles, yeah, you were on the text thread too. There's a street cat that we like, and we named him Bart. And I've been feeding him, trying to kidnap him so that we could take him and see if he got chipped. But then the old owners of our house came back because they like forgot something, and Keith asked them about the cat, and they're like, oh, he actually like belongs to someone, though he's very dirty. So I'm like, those owners need to give him a little hose down or something. Yeah.
Cats love a hose down.
But I was
Hose
giving
down.
I gave him like a wet treat and like fed him water.
Becky.
And then literally I'm taking
he
a video to
claimed
send
you.
to you guys. And he's chasing me around the deck because he's like, I want to go in. I want to go in. I want to go in. And then Alfred was sitting there and he's like, what's going on? And they were kind of like meowing at each other. And then all of a sudden, Bart just goes like, he looked like the cougar. He looked like the cougar.
From the New York Times video.
Oh,
Yeah. So needless to say, we'll not be kidnapping Bart.
No, not right now.
I know
Not right
cats
now.
take
You
like
could
a
get a
long time to
baby
introduce
Bart.
to each other, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to
Really
keep
long
them separated
process.
for a long time.
Yeah, it's typically they say that you should get 2 cats at
Together.
once so that you can like they just grow up with each other. But we were looking at older cats, and then we were looking at 2 cats at once. But in our apartment, they had just said that we could have a cat.
Yeah.
And Keith was like, I don't know if I
pair?
want to. I don't know if I want to test this.
Yeah.
And get like evicted.
It's a long. I worked for a crazy cat lady for a while, and she was always
I
introducing
think she
cats.
just
and
called
it's
you a
like
crazy cat.
a long- Not you. She was always introducing new cats to her cats. Not you.
You feed one street cat, and all of a sudden
You get labeled.
you're a cat lady. I
right.
think really Matt is the biggest like animal person here. You have the most.
Yeah.
Yes, 4.
If by
Yeah.
sheer volume.
Yeah,
Eugene.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Rachel's face.
You got another
So
dog?
good. I'm like, Eugene always wants another dog.
yeah. He wants like a
does.
big one. He always
Yeah.
talks about.
No, I'm not getting big dogs equals big poops. I don't want that. You know?
I don't need
It's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Who
No
takes
thanks.
care of the doggies?
We co-parent.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Who's training Kimbop?
That's definitely me. Yeah. He's still a pup in training for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
But he's calmed down a lot.
Yeah.
He's still done. He's become much more affectionate, and much more cuddly than he used to be,
Oh.
and also fatter. But
Yeah.
He is a
He does
totally
all
good
together.
sausage.
He
Good for
goes
him.
wild for. I'll be eating at Matt and Eugene's house, and he is just there. He's like, "Hey, girl,
yeah,
you gonna drop
like, "Drop
something?"
his eyes are
something.
always on you. He
Drop
loves to
something.
like follow you around and watch
Yeah.
you.
uncomfortable
Whatever you're
eye
doing.
contact from Kim.
Yes. Trying to go to the bathroom. He'll like come in,
He's like, be my friend.
He is like having a kid then.
I mean, all three of them.
All four of them.
All four of them.
More of that.
So when you had your first child, Eugene, tell us more about when you and Eugene met.
Oh,
Tell us
everyone's
your
gonna
love
ask.
He's not
story.
supposed to
Your
talk about
love
that.
story.
We heard nothing of that. He just told Matt that. So that's all hearsay at this point.
Fake news.
Fake news. It's faux news.
Eugene
Fake
said it
news.
was fine.
Yeah.
Eugene said it was fine. We met at the gym.
He's strong boys. Strong boys.
These strong boys.
He's strong
Yeah.
boys.
It's funny because we had seen each other at the gym for like a year.
Who was scoping who first?
Eugene said it was me, but it was definitely him.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely him.
So how
And
do you
then-
move on from like gym, like peering at each other into the gym to talking?
Yeah. that's a tough
Because I
one.
talked to
how-
him first, and then he just asked me out right away.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
forward. I love it.
Yeah,
Eugene.
yeah. And then we went to a dinner and a movie on our first date.
That's so cute. What movie
Mhm.
do you know?
I feel like it was Argo.
Oh.
This is a very dramatic film.
Okay.
Not light, not a rom-com.
No, serious. Serious
film.
Yeah, and then we got drinks after, so just like a date that just kept on going.
The date
That's
never
So
stopped.
cute.
Yeah. And I had also just fallen off my Vespa. So I don't have a car, right? I drive a Vespa.
Yes.
Very Italian.
Yeah.
But I had just fallen off my Vespa because I got stung by a bee. And it made me like,
Like jerk around. I didn't know that's
Yeah.
what happened.
yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
so then I fell off and I like scraped my like arm all up and I like had hurt my knee and all this stuff. So that was when I went on my first date.
He liked you because
Like
you're rugged.
Infirmed.
You're like, I'm slightly injured.
So I was like, well, I didn't tell him at first, and then he kept trying to hang out with me, and I was like, I can't hang out with him. I have like maimed
injured.
all over.
I have wounds.
So did
He
he
was very insistent.
come over and bring you like
Hmm.
soup and like things to make you feel better?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So did you take your Vespa to the movies? Did he like hold on to the back? And then you're like, oh, by the
Right.
way, I got this
So
from
romantic.
Ask Me How I Got My Scars.
Yes. Right. No, he came and brought me in his Honda Civic.
Yes.
The one. You guys are not up on the cars. I feel like your little Vespa, his little Civic, they need an upgrade. I wonder if I'm allowed to tell this story. This is my favorite Eugene story. He was driving that car into a photo shoot. We'll see. I'll check with him. And he was only wearing his robe
Into a
to the
photo
photo shoot because he didn't want to get changed and wrinkle his clothes till we were at the photo shoot. I think this was for the book. And apparently a woman like lightly rear-ended him on the freeway in his beat up old Civic
my
that had like been
God.
to hell and back. And he's just wearing this robe and she comes around to the side and he leans out the window and he also hadn't slept all night because they were like up writing the book, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Par for the course. And he's wearing this robe and he's so sleep deprived and it's like 7 a.m. And he just leans out the window and he goes, "It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it." He's like, "You get a freebie. I'm not going to worry about it." And he's like half asleep and then he drives on into work and he was like, "I got rear-ended, but it's okay. I let her go." And I was like, "What?
Let her go.
You were wearing this robe?" And he was like, "Yeah." And that's when I was like, "You need a new car, Eugene. If you don't even care that someone hits it."
I know.
time.
I mean, have you seen the back of the Civic? It's
I
just like a
know.
little bumper car.
I know.
Matt's Vespa was my first and only Vespa ride. Oh, no. I did it because I got to hold on to him and like
You were
snuggle
like,
in.
"It's time for a cuddle."
But it was horrifying. Driving between the cars and the parked cars, I was like, this is how I die.
Yeah.
I remember
that's the
telling my
best
mom
part.
about it and she was like, "Why did you get on that motorcycle?" I was like, "It's not a motorcycle. It's a Vespa. It's a Vespa."
To your mother, it's just a death trap.
Yeah. Well, all my uncles have Harleys. So
They're a
that
little
was
different.
like a big thing of like, don't get on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
They're a
You
little
don't get on the freeway, do you? Okay. Yeah.
That's
good.
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 Good. That's what we like to hear. So, okay. So that's how you and Eugene met.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
We met at that holiday party, the BuzzFeed Roosevelt Hotel holiday party.
I remember that one.
Yeah. and the drinks were a-flowing. So I had Matt's number in my phone, and he texted me like, hey, the next day. And I was like, oh my God, who did I give my number to? And I put his phone number like in Facebook and was like, oh, it's Matt. Oh, phew.
I went with Keith, but I gave him my number.
What the heck?
What was I thinking?
Yeah. When was the first time you guys met?
I'm trying to think. Me and Matt were like buddies from the get-go. I can't remember.
I feel like I was the
moment.
last to meet you.
Yeah. Eugene
Out
and
of
Matt.
everyone.
I met Eugene the first night I met Zach, but I didn't meet Matt for a long time. And we went to like the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and I thought I was going to meet you then. But Eugene and your friend David came, and I was like, where's Matt?
Where's Matt?
And then I finally met you. I don't know.
I don't remember.
How did Try Wives come to be? Because you came up
I
with
did.
that.
I was the one who coined the phrase. So I should be getting all
royalties.
the trademark money sent his way, please.
Matt's actually the 5th try guy. Sorry, Miles.
We were all on a group text thread. And then I don't remember who had started it or who had named it.
It's you. You said Buzzed Wives.
Did I say Buzzwives?
You came up with
Ariel. It wasn't me. I don't know how to name.
I don't remember doing
I
it.
don't have a message group. I've tried. I don't know how to do it. So I'm positive
show
it
you
wasn't
after
me.
this.
And I don't even remember how long ago it was. It was a while. They were still at BuzzFeed.
Yeah, they were still at BuzzFeed when we
And
started
so then
it.
I just changed it to Try Wives instead of Buzzed Wives.
Yeah.
Because we were all part of the Try group and not necessarily the BuzzFeed. A little more intimate.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
decision
I guess
has stood the
exclusive,
test
too.
of time.
Exclusive.
Because that's more exclusive too. I didn't really think about it that way.
Maybe it was. I'm trying to remember. I remember the stripping show when they did that variety show. We all had to text.
I wasn't around
And
them,
that's
I don't think.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was BM.
Before me.
Maggie.
Or Maggie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Maybe it was the stripping show because that's the only time I could think like when we would have all needed to communicate when we were getting somewhere. But then they didn't want to let
We
you
lost
in,
those
and
text
we
threads
had
after
to.
you went and got an Android for a while. So
That's right. I know.
can't look back
The
at our
dark
history.
years.
We lost the early days because I had a Pixel, and then I promptly broke it and went back to my iPhone. Yeah. So there was some drama at the stripping show. Yes, because they had. I asked Keith, I think the reason that we're normally on text threads is because the boys are really bad at communicating with us about like when events start, if we have tickets that are under our name or their name, just many faceted of things. So this was back when they were doing their variety show. And I'd asked Keith, do we need to buy tickets or are you just going to put like a comp in or something? And he's like, I'll figure it out. Of course they didn't figure it out. So then all the tickets get sold. And Keith was like, I don't know. I don't think you can come. And I was like, well, I don't think you can strip. So that's what you can tell them. I was like, they either let your girlfriend in or you're not going. Like, that's what the hell? Who are you going to strip on? You loon? But they had gotten me and Ariel in because we were going to be in the show. And then I remember it was Matt and Thespie, Andrew's girlfriend at the time, now fiance. They also were like, oh yeah, you can't come in either. And Ariel and I were like, fuck that. We were like, just refuse to leave and sit on our chairs.
Yes.
And so we all shared, like, the four of us had like one cheek on each chair and we were like smushed into the front row.
This is
We were
Hollywood
like-
Men.
We were like,
on,
yeah.
guys.
No, it wasn't Hollywood. It was at the Virgil.
Oh, okay.
It was their like actual show. But we did go to Hollywood Men. Anyhow, Matt, you're a big world traveler. And you've
Am I?
actually traveled with all of us
yeah.
before. Man.
Just got too excited to talk about it. Well, when the guys were doing their tour last year, international tour, we got to go down under. So Maggie and I went a little earlier and went to New Zealand.
It was so nice.
That was really fun. Do a little trek through New Zealand. And then we met everyone in Australia. And then I had to come back for work, but then you guys continued on to Singapore.
Which you had already been to.
I had already been to Singapore
that year.
earlier that year, yeah. So I didn't feel like I was missing out too much, you know? Just only a little bit. Just a little bit of FOMO. But New Zealand was amazing. It was so cool.
New Zealand was my backup plan. New Zealand or Australia or like a combo if Trump won.
Your fallout plan.
Yeah.
They don't want us.
Was.
They
They don't
not
want
want
us, but you know.
Nobody
no one
wants
wants us.
I know. Well,
No one does anymore.
What were your favorite parts about New Zealand?
We went to 2 different places. We went to Queenstown. We went to the South Island. Yeah. And then we went to like a wine country in Waiheke Island. It was, the food there was incredible. The people there were so nice and like so welcoming. The only thing that sticks out to me was that water jet tour that we did that Matt has a photo
it's so
for.
fun. Should have brought it.
It was pouring rain and the boys all had hoods and like sunglasses and like scarves. I just had I think I was wearing like some sort of like coat without a hood or anything like that. And I didn't have sunglasses and it was raining. So we were going, how fast did that thing go?
It was pretty fast. It was like one of the flat bottom boats and you're like in the canyon.
Yeah.
So it's
you
like,
were all on a boat
you're like
together?
Yeah.
you're on a boat with like 10, 12 people or whatever.
You're Tokyo drifting
Yeah.
like through this
going
like
through and they do like,
Donuts
turns.
and stuff.
yeah, it spins around and all this stuff. And it was so fun. But the rain was like pelting you.
in the face. And I like, Matt has like the photo from it and like my shirt is just like all the way up to my eyebrows and I was just so miserable, but it was
She was
so
not happy.
funny.
She was really not happy. She was pissed at Zach for sure.
She was like, Zach, get me off this boat now.
This is not fun anymore.
But then we went in this amazing like hot tub view situation.
That's nice.
We
Very
went-
spa-like.
It was like next to the onsen baths because the onsen baths were completely booked. But that was really nice. We went on really, really beautiful hikes too.
Tramping. In New Zealand, they call it tramping.
Tramping.
Hiking is tramping. Yeah.
So
we
you were a tramp?
We were trampers.
At our house, we love to cook, but sometimes getting to the grocery store can be tough. So having a easy meal kit delivery service like HelloFresh has been so nice. It's super easy and stress-free. HelloFresh delivers fresh, high-quality, pre-portioned ingredients so you can make meals that are delicious and nutritious. It cuts out the stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can just enjoy cooking and get to eat a little sooner. By skipping the grocery store and using HelloFresh, you're reducing your food waste by at least 25%. They deliver pre-portioned ingredients so you're not overbuying, which can be a burden on the planet and your wallet. HelloFresh is committed to donating to those in need. So far in 2020, they've donated 3.5 million meals. You can help too with HelloFresh's Beyond the Box program, where you give nutritious meals to those experiencing food insecurity with just a few clicks in the app. We are obsessed with the crunchy curry chickpea bowls. They're just a little bit tangy, a little bit spicy, but very, very delicious and so easy to make. So go to HelloFresh.com/sitwithus90 and use code SitWithUs90 to get a total of $90 off, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/sitwithus90. Code SitWithUs90 for $90 off and free shipping at HelloFresh.
We did like a helicopter ride. We went to like Milford
Yeah,
Sound.
that was really cool.
And apparently Milford Sound, it's like 260 days of the year. It's always raining. And we happened to go on a day that wasn't raining.
It was beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. We went on like the snow-capped mountains. It felt like very Lord of the Rings. Then we went down to the Sound. It was so
It's
cool.
also very like precipitous because you're like up there in the helicopter and it's going in and around the mountains and like so close.
yeah. It was so cool.
Yeah.
What's next?
It's
Where are we
fun.
going next?
Well, we went to Vegas.
Okay.
That's
Matt
true. We did.
was an exotic Cirque du Soleil star.
God.
Wait, what?
So Matt invited Becky and I to go and visit him out for work. And he picked what show was it, Becky?
It was not
Zootopia?
I was going to say zoology, but that's wrong.
Zumanity.
Zumanity, yes.
Yeah.
My coworker had been like, "Oh, this is a tastefully erotic show." So I was like, "Okay, that sounds fun. Tastefully erotic."
Try wives?
Yes.
Yes.
I do not think it was tastefully erotic.
Wait, what is the show?
Different definition.
For
A
Vegas?
Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah, it's a Cirque show.
It's an erotic Cirque du Soleil show. Because the Cirque du Soleil show I saw was like appropriate for kids.
yeah.
I enjoyed watching like the topless women like dancing. So
Yeah.
beautiful. But the MCs were, I don't know.
There was a band, and then it was a drag performer was
Yeah.
the host.
I thought it was a couple. I don't remember.
Well, they were like performers.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of audience participation. So they like come
Yeah.
out and
Yeah.
like grab people and talk to people and touch people and all this stuff.
And so they noticed
There was
Matt.
it was like a Wednesday or something.
Yeah, there was
were,
not a lot of people.
Not a lot of people in the audience to
empty
choose
all
from.
around.
Or the erotic part that wasn't tasteful, because I'm dying of curiosity here.
It was just like remember the moaning girl on the ring? So there
Yeah.
was this
Like an
ring.
aerial dancer.
Yeah, like an aerial dancer. And she was like going up in the air, and she was just like really heavily moaning, like she was having sex, like the whole flight up. And we thought it was going to end in like, she's going to do like a backflip off the thing. Nah, that was it. Her whole bit, her just like slowly spinning up this thing
Moaning.
and moaning.
Well, it was also like a lot of the jokes were just like very like crass. They weren't. There's no innuendo. It was just like full straight on. And it was just like.
Yeah.
So at the
Not
end,
great.
they sent a couple of performers out to grab people from the audience.
And of course.
And of course, this beautiful man.
They crawl over like 5 people to get to me.
And we saw him coming. We were like, they're coming for him. They're going to take Matt.
Well, of course they were.
Don't take
And they were like, are you here with your girlfriend or wife? He's like, yeah, both of them.
Those two.
Yeah.
And then they continue like interviewing him, and I think they're like, Matt, are you gay? And he was like, obviously.
I just remember they tried to take like my shirt off, and then they're like tickling you with like feathers and like all this stuff. It
They were
was,
trying
like,
to mess with him.
Straddled you at one point,
Yeah.
too.
They
Yeah.
were really trying to mess with him, and Matt was like, no.
And I was like, okay. Like, very unimpressed.
yeah, it was just lasted too long.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a long
I
bit.
can't believe they're allowed to touch you, the opposite of a haunted house.
The
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
It was a hoot, though. We got lots of good
It was
photos of
very
Matt.
funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you still
amazing.
have that framed picture? Did you say?
Framed,
We bought it.
framed picture. Somewhere it's gonna be right next to the framed picture of Maggie.
On the jet boat.
I kind of just throw all those in like a drawer, so then you just have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember in Australia when we did that, we climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Mm.
Keith and I went back to get the pictures that everyone took.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, don't worry, we'll take them back for you. We'll take them back when we're back at the, hotel.
You still have them.
You know who still has them?
You do.
Me.
Like
I have
those,
pictures of everyone.
those hundreds of photos. Oh my god, yeah.
The stack was like this big. And I was like, Keith, we gotta like throw these out or like see
Like
if
a
people
gallery
want
wall,
them.
you
Yeah.
know?
He was like, we can't give them away. They're memories.
You should put them in everyone's Christmas cards.
I did
no.
start
Mail them
leaving them
home to them.
places. I was like, I think I left one in your hotel room because I was like, take it back. I'm not taking all these in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australia was fun though.
Australia was super fun.
We got to see all the animals.
Is that
That was probably the favorite part.
is that your highlight? The
Yeah.
animals?
Yeah, we got to touch all the kangaroos.
That was
Yeah.
like the first official video that you had come out and was like, hi, I'm Eugene's boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And your
that's true.
Instagram went.
Launch of the Instagram. Yeah.
Were you
Micro
not
influencer
on
now,
to Instagram? Were you not on Instagram until 2018?
No, I just had a private Instagram
Insta.
where I have like 200 followers. 200 of my closest friends.
Only the inside circle.
Exactly. So then I was like, okay, all these people keep trying to look me up because of Eugene. So I was like, let's just give them somewhere to go because then they'll stop searching.
Got it.
Yeah. But I'm really horrible at it. I really don't keep up with.
You are. I don't see anything from you.
Well, just take better pictures of me, Rachel. Come on. Okay.
Yeah. If you tag Matt, he'll repost it.
get on
That's
it
what he does. He doesn't post his own, but he'll repost.
Right? I do
We gotta do it.
repost and stuff.
Yeah.
a lot,
Do it.
too.
He's the king of reposting.
Yeah, you have to.
Someone already
you have to
went and
make
did all the
sure.
work for me. Why are you going to redo it?
Okay, it's going up.
Yeah.
Not today. We'll wait till
Get ready for the repost.
Coming up.
I remember with both of you, it was always being so
Oh, yeah.
careful about not posting like
Yeah.
pictures of us together
and
specifically,
other
or
people
like
being careful. You guys had to be careful.
yeah. So
It was Matt and I always at events together, pretending that we were couples. Yeah, we were like,
Yes.
we'd always hang out with one another.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be at the food table together. Like,
I don't know. I feel like I've been around it for so long, like in the BuzzFeed videos and stuff at the beginning. Like Eugene would like, can you come with like 10 people to be in the background of these videos? So it's like when no one wanted to be in BuzzFeed videos. So I'm in the background of all these different videos and stuff back then. So I feel like it never really phased me.
What
It's
a
like,
good
whatever.
supportive boyfriend.
I know, right?
Showing up to BG and BuzzFeed videos, that is love.
Yeah.
That's true love.
Lots of background. Lots of backgrounds.
you're like the hidden Mickeys in BuzzFeed videos. See if we can find it. Where's Waldo? Where's
Easter egg
Maggie?
for everyone.
Yes.
What's your favorite video that Eugene's done?
Favorite how?
Okay, well, probably like all of our favorite videos, the coming out video.
Yeah.
That
So
was
beautiful.
I was just about
so we
to
can
say
take
that
that
has
one
to be
off the table. It's just everyone's
Correct.
favorite video. What is your favorite? Like, what video do you watch and you see Eugene and you're like, Eugene, that's
Love
my
you.
Eugene. Like,
I still think like some of the original drag ones and like high heel ones are really good. But then also where they like redefine different formats, like beauty standards throughout history, or like Disney princesses in real life, like ones that people went on and copied.
oh yeah, like
Stuff
the
like that. Like
higher
those are
ones.
really cool.
Yeah, and you've been in more videos now. How have you liked it? Have you enjoyed being in the videos?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like the ones that I've been in have been kind of more in my wheelhouse, like in my comfort zone a little bit more,
good.
you know,
Yeah.
rather than skydiving or like doing something crazy.
I mean,
Is that one next, Rach?
the boys
Hang
are
gliding?
all
Yeah,
the boys are all
Is that
afraid of
happening?
skydiving, and so we got to do it.
No.
Yeah,
You
I've
won't let
been.
kids skydive?
It's easy.
No?
I bet it's easy.
It's easy. You
I feel
know,
like
you're
it's not
little.
easy.
Part of it is a comfort thing, right? You're little, so you're strapped to like a big dude or a woman who's done it a bunch. Keith, Miles, even Eugene to an extent are taller than the average person.
but-
So if you're strapped to if you were strapped to Keith's back, do you think he would feel safe jumping out of a plane?
if I had jumped out of a plane like 10 times that day and like thousands of times in my life, yeah.
But what if you crashed and then you literally couldn't move his body because you're smaller than him?
That's not how it works.
We got to do it somewhere
not how
like
it
really
works.
cool. We can't just do somewhere local.
Ventura.
Are you?
We gotta
are
do,
you
like-
gonna do it, Maggie? Sounds like Maggie's.
Sounds like
Oh,
Maggie's
Good
doing
no.
it.
I'm deathly afraid of heights.
So this is perfect for the
I'm
video.
not a try guy.
What are you doing on
I am,
Thursday? You gotta do hang gliding.
You should go do hang gliding with them.
Maggie,
No.
it's like 10 feet. I looked up a video.
No,
it's
no.
very hilarious.
Yeah, the guys
Okay.
were
No.
acting, especially Keith, very afraid, and we were like, if you search it, you're gonna know it'll be fine. It's like jumping
this high off the ground and you're just like,
tourists do it on a land.
it's cute.
I
It
think of
lasts
it in
2
like
minutes.
animated movies
Yeah.
where like someone's off the side of a mountain and they're like
No, that's like cliff jumping or cliff
paragliding.
paragliding.
That's what I thought it was. That.
paragliding.
Yeah, that's what I
This
thought.
is
It was.
like
like-
you're like barely off the ground.
This is
I'm a
like
parasailing
Point Doom.
gal. You go up really steadily and you're just like in a big old balloon. You're waving at everyone. That's my vibe.
Yeah.
Then what's the one where you're like behind the boat?
That's it. Parasailing.
Parasailing.
Yeah.
Sailing. The Drinkworks Home Bar by Keurig is the perfect gift or addition to any small gathering. I have one and it is amazing. It is my favorite gift to give and so easy to use. The Home Bar makes over 30 bar quality cocktails literally at the push of a button. I'm a big fan of mojitos, so I love that it's so easy to just, pop one in and start sipping. All you have to do is insert the pod, which has all the alcohol and ingredients, and push start. Every time, it's a bar quality drink. Visit drinkworks.com to buy one for yourself or a perfect gift for someone else before the holidays. At checkout, use code DRINK to save $50. That's code DRINK to save $50 at drinkworks.com. Cheers.
We'll do it all eventually, but
Yeah.
Do it
because
all.
they're afraid of it, it's gotta happen. That's so interesting. Watching people do something that they're deeply afraid of and figuring out and having sort of the like climax of like
Sounds very
liking
Fear
it.
Factor, Rachel.
I mean, in New Zealand,
What
they're
else
known
are
for bungee jumping. And I was like, Zach,
There's no.
No,
way.
Zach
you're
can't
back.
do bungee
I was like, you
jumping.
cannot
Oh,
do that.
God,
He's like, we
no.
gotta do it. I was like, Zach,
Oh my God, he would break
Absolutely
in
not.
half.
Skydiving is just adrenaline, but bungee jumping has like a impact on your body.
has anyone been on a hot air balloon?
No, I want to do that.
I want to do that.
fun.
Zach and I were supposed to do it out of Mexico City, like by
Oh, yeah,
the
over the
pyramids.
pyramids.
It was too windy. We got up at like 5 a.m. We got there by 5:30, and they sat us around this room, and they're like, "We're so sorry. We don't want for you guys to blow away, so we have to cancel." We have to cancel
along the way?
Because like, you can't steer them. It's just like you go
Yeah,
up
you
and
can't.
up.
That's like a Moody's Point from the Amanda Show. The mom
my
gets
God.
lost on the hot air balloon.
So how do they track you and know where to pick you up if you can't steer
I think
them?
that they stay within a certain
GPS.
perimeter. I don't know. And then you kind of just fall. Not fall, but you like kind of fall.
Well, I guess if there's no way, and you just kind of go up and you go down.
Yeah.
And there's a guy with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not as like romantic. It's,
I mean, I
a lot
have
of
friends
people
who got married doing that in Mexico City over the pyramids. They got married
Married
there.
in the hot air balloon.
That's so
That's
cool.
cute.
Yeah,
That's very COVID friendly.
Yeah. I
Sure
mean,
is.
true. Talk about social distance.
yeah.
Everyone's underneath watching down below.
Is the hot air balloon guy considered a pilot? Like, can he like legally
Oh my
marry
gosh,
you the way
right?
like ship captains
He
can?
Yes.
should be your officiant.
Yeah.
And also snap the pics.
Yeah, easy. You know, you can do
Good business venture going on here, Becky.
Becky's
Becky's balloons.
balloons. You can go hot air ballooning at the San Diego Safari Park. Oh, it's not too windy. Yeah,
That's
and see
cool.
all
I
the
love the San Diego
animals.
Zoo.
Aminals. I love the safari park.
I've never been.
It's really
I've never
cute.
been to Safari Park.
The animals are very like free. You know, they're not like I grew up going to like Brookfield Zoo, which is a really beautiful zoo, but it's like also like kind of sad because you're like.
All zoos are
Cages.
Yeah.
But the ones that are more focused
take
on
a
like
field trip to San Diego. I'm sold.
rehabilitation.
Yeah,
on
San
it.
Diego's close. That's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
What video would you want to be in, Matt?
If
Like,
there
what's
was
your
a future
dream
one.
Yeah,
try?
tell me.
I've really been wanting to go to Japan lately.
All of us.
Everyone
come?
Can we do a
does.
series in Japan?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
that
could do
was
like
actually
ramen
pitched.
making, noodle something. I feel like that would be a good one. Or
Except for no one can travel.
I know.
well,
One day it'll be
she
safe.
said dream.
Okay, drink.
It's a dream, yeah. Why are you killing
She
his
said
dream?
dream.
Sorry. Because when you say dream, I'm like, well, then let's do that. But it's really hard
I'm
to
planting
get
the
into
seeds
other
for later,
countries
Rachel.
right
I'm
now.
planting them for later.
Seeds planted. Take a long time to grow.
So you want to do like a Japanese cooking tour video?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Eat
Yeah.
Japan.
And the fear factor one could be, what is the fish that can kill you? The cuttlefish or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then we could go like take the train out and climb the snow monkey mountains where all the monkeys are around
Yeah.
you.
We can go to Kyoto.
Mhm.
There's so much.
Yeah.
Disney World in Japan.
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Okay, what's a non-travel related try that you want to
Yes,
do?
there we go. Local.
With
I mean, like wine tastings.
Just do that.
Oh, we can
Vacation.
That's planning this weekend.
We'll just take videos on our iPhones and share them with each other.
I don't know.
Like, what are you doing Sunday?
Right? I don't know. What do you want to do, Becky? You're putting me on the spot.
I want to do eat the menu Baskin Robbins. Is
My God.
the one that I'm always bugging.
Sounds like a
Keith
tummy
for.
ache.
Sounds like a big, all
think-
31 flavors.
All 31 flavors. Yep.
You're going to need those like little baby sampler scoops to eat that menu back. You are.
Yeah.
Baby.
And a lot of dairy pills.
She's getting ready.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
What do you want to do, Maggie?
What do I want to do? My Eat, Pray, Love is I've always wanted to go to Peru and take like a full-blown culinary arts course there and just learn how to do like really, I mean, ceviche is not hard, but just learn how to use different ingredients. Or just anywhere.
Culinary.
A culinary tour.
I'm not like really confident in using like herbs and like different ingredients in the kitchen. So just learning, taking like a full-blown chef course.
Yeah.
Vegan or dairy-free friendly
Uh-huh.
and learning how to be like more confident in the kitchen because I am by no means on Matt's level and I feel like in a relationship between Zach and I, one of us has to be good, right?
Are you trying to say Zach's not good?
Get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier and skinnier.
Considering where Zach was when we first started dating, he's come a long way.
Yeah.
He's come a long way. But we could be better, always.
Cooking classes are so fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, you should give us a cooking class so
Yeah.
we can cook the
We'll
way you
attend.
cook.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's so easy.
Try to keep
Okay.
up.
Yeah. Rachel, I don't know if you know this story, but Eugene could make it his talent in the talent show. This weekend, Keith was showing us how to juggle, and Eugene just picks up the balls, never juggled
Yeah.
before in his life,
Starts.
started juggling.
Isn't that his
Just
story?
immediately.
Isn't that his story?
So I
He
was
just does it. And then, like when he was sewing pants for 2 hours, he's like crying in front of the sewing machine. He can't sew a stitch. He can't sew. He doesn't eat lunch. He works through lunch. He can't sew. And then all of a sudden, he just
can't sew.
fucking
Breakthrough.
sews some pants in like 10 minutes. And I was like, and they fit. And I was like, what just happened here?
Is he like that around the house?
He's very coordinated. So like those types of things he's good at, but
I don't understand.
other things he's not good at, you know.
Like cooking.
Like cooking, cleaning, organization, you know.
Yard work.
Yard work, yeah. Anything with
Housework.
plants, he's not good with.
No. Well, he can sew pants out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Let's see. We talked about cooking a lot. Do you have like a really like a favorite ingredient that you add to things that just makes it really good? Like if you ever mess
MSG. No, I'm just kidding.
Or
Uncle Roger says he's MSG.
MSG.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. I feel like the tip of the day would be my tip of the day would be when you're watching YouTube videos, don't always think that they're real. Right? There's a lot of cooking ones that are very tasty-esque. They don't actually show you how to do things. So you're going to be, you know, hoodwinked. If you try to do it yourself, they're tricking you. So before you try to do something you see on the internet, like do some research. Look into it. Make sure it's actually possible.
Look up an actual recipe.
Exactly.
Got it,
Exactly.
got
If something looks too easy, like something looks beautiful, like great cake, good decorating, something looks too easy, it probably is.
Got it.
Right? Because they're just looking for those clicks.
Becky got lied to by TikTok.
I got
See?
TikToked.
See?
But
That's what I mean.
Someone slid into my DMs and said that it was true that you could.
You can't.
Okay. Boom, boom. I don't know. I saw on TikTok someone smacked a pineapple, and then when they opened it, it was all cut. So that would be getting hoodwinked.
Yes.
That's not true, Becky.
Yes. Totally.
I wish.
Matt, have you ever cooked anything from TikTok? Because you're a big TikTok feller.
I love TikTok, but I've never cooked anything from TikTok. I mean, actually, there are some people who have good recipes, and I'm like, ooh, those look like I should look that up. But they always divert you to their YouTube channel. They're like, check out my full thing on.
They have really good drink recipes on TikTok. Becky always sends me like Maggie's Cafe. Add this one to the menu.
Maggie's Cafe.
Anytime there's one where they're making like a simple syrup or like a flavored like milk alternative drink, I'm like, Maggie, learn how to make this.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. So guys, that is the end of the podcast. I think the moral of, the story here is don't get hoodwinked. And Matt is awesome.
Keep it real.
Keep it
And we
real.
love him.
Keep it real. We're so happy that he was able to join us for this episode. And he's actually going to be on
Dancing with the Stars.
So he's going to be on Big Brother season 27. And you can catch him on The Bachelorette on Tuesdays at 8.
That would be the best.
Oh my God.
But we are so happy that Matt stopped by to hang out with us. We hope
Yes, thank you.
you enjoyed sitting with us, Matt.
Always.
Come back.
Always.
Cuddle some more.
Yeah, come back and see us anytime. If you have any questions for Matt for the next time he's on, you should leave them in the comments or email them to youcansitwithUspod@gmail.com. And now that we're having more guests on, we'd also love some suggestions. Who do you guys want to see on the pod? Who do you want to have as a friend of the pod? We want to know. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.